Hi, my name is Skylar Wilson, and I had a paper on the seed dispersal of Acacia areoloba by African bush elephants in Juan National Park, Zimbabwe. So to start off with the species, if you look at the picture, the very first picture over here, this is a picture of the full tree species of the Acacia areoloba. The picture to the right is a picture of what the seed looks like. And then the picture below that is a picture of the fruit. So this species can range anywhere from 7 to 20 feet tall, and their habitat is sandy or stony soils in a dry environment. And the distribution is any of these in South Africa. Then the animal species that this paper was studying is the African bush elephants. And their size difference from gender. So males are 10 feet tall and females can be anywhere from 7.2 to 11 feet tall. And the trees make fruits, like I showed in the previous slide, and that is what encourages the elephants to eat. And the elephants have a large digestive tract, so they can carry the seeds up to 65 kilometers away, and then they will poop it out, and that's how the seed will get dispersed. And then these pictures are just pictures of the African bush elephants. So the study site that this paper used was located in the Juan National Park, and it's a Kalahari Sands region. It covers 14,600 kilometers squared, and this is a really good site to study because they have mean monthly temperatures of 24 to 33 degrees Celsius. So what that means is during their dry seasons, that's what the temperatures will range from. And this is good because when you're doing an experiment outside, you don't really have control of temperatures. So if the temperatures already have a mean temperature, then that makes it easier for the study. And it's the same thing with the rain. So the study was done during the dry season. So it's pretty consistent of not having rain. And if it does rain, like I said, it's consistent. And then this picture is just showing where it is located. So if you look over here, this little red dot here is showing where the national park is. So the hypothesis, elephants feed on bark, shoots, and foliage of the smaller trees. So this isn't a serious threat to the trees. So what that means is the elephants can eat the bark, they can eat the shoots, and the tree isn't affected that much by it. And in return, the tree will provide the elephants with high protein. So during the dry seasons when they're flowering, the elephants will eat that, and it's really good in protein. So that means elephants will want to eat that. The elephants have a 24-hour gut transit time. So that means once they do eat that flowering part of the tree, that the elephants will poop it out within 24 hours of ingesting that tree. So their hypothesis was that the potential elephant dispersal will be a distance anywhere from 20 to 50 kilometers, and that's predicted for that species, the areoloba, in the Kalahari Sands landscape, which is where the study was done. So just a little note on the methods. Elephants were sampled during the dry season for 3 years. So this is a pretty long period of time that the elephants were sampled, so they had enough evidence to support their hypothesis. The seed contents of elephants' dung was determined through plot samples. So what that means is elephants would go out, and then when they would poop, they'd poop in a certain plot so that the humans were able to grab that and look through it. So the data measurements of the dung, it included the size of the dung, the amount of the dung, the condition, so whether it was dry or if it had moisture in it, and then the gross contents of the dung. So did it have bark? Did it have twigs? Did it have leaves? And then the seed content. So how much of the seeds and the fruit, and how much was that to the actual plant that we were studying. The dung piles were dissected by hand. So that leaves a little error, which again is good when you're doing a study. And the elephants were taken out of their stalls for 7 hours after feeding. So again, consistent time. They each had 7 hours every day that they were studied. And they found that that's when the elephants would usually poop. So they were able to grab that and sample it. And then the elephants ranged from anywhere from 11 years to 15 years. So again, that's a very good sample size, and they're close in age as well. So just a little bit about the results. About 64% of the elephants contained the Areoloba in their dung. So what that means is more than half of the elephants that they dissected their dung had the species that they were looking for in their poop. So the number of seeds in the whole study were 500, and of that 500, 18.3 were found. And the standard deviation is 4.61. So what that means of that 18.3 found, it varied either more 4.61 or less 4.61. And then of that, the mode was 18 seeds per pod. So per that pod that the elephants were pooping in, 18 seeds were found in there. The Areoloba seeds consumed by 7 elephants, and it was about 86 to 99%, which is a really good percentage to have when studying this. And then if you look at the picture here, in the figure, it just talks about the numbers that I just said. So if you look over here, this is the number of seeds per pod, and then this is just the number of seeds in the national park.